safety test was a failure?
We have the situation under control.
No, you don't.
We ran the test exactly as Chief Engineer Fermin approved. It regrettably ignited, damaging the plant, setting the roof on fire.
Regrettably.
Tank is quite large. We'll have to limit shifts to 6 hours at a time, but otherwise.
The cemeteries should be checking regularly.
Check it now! You'll see. I'm so angry, I'm sorry. I'm not really into it because I'm really angry and mad at them. They didn't know. I know that they didn't know. They couldn't know. They didn't see something happening like that before and they couldn't know, but I know, we know. And we know that because of their decisions, terrible things happened.
Well, it is beautiful.
Oh. Yes, 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 they were exposed just right there. They didn't, but I got it. How can they not be afraid by that? A fire in a nuclear plant? Oh, I'm terrified.
Have you seen her?
No.
Do you need help?
Oh, really?
So,
He knows. How can you not know? He's dying in front of you. They called the fucking fireman. I know that I have to stop to be angry, to be mad, but I can't. What are you seeing? Out!
I think it's time we thought we have to go to the core, otherwise I'll be unlocked now.
Woo!
And the number of valves, the amount of time to turn, you're talking about hours in there. So get to the point. Pump water into a ditch, there's nothing there.
I can't blame them for being afraid.
I guess we know what they called us in early. Is everyone saying what happened? They're running the safety test and turbines.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Oh!
I apologise for the lateness of the hour. Rest assured, we all...
Don't apologize for that. Apologize for something else.
First, the accident is well under control. It is important that we ensure that this incident has no adverse consequences.
Oof.
There's mild radiation, but it's limited to the plant itself.
No, it's not. It's so not.
We have wives here. We have children. I say we evacuate the town.
Gentlemen,
Not the town, all of the area, and it's gonna touch all Europe.
keep it.
Faith in Soviet socialism will always be rewarded. Now, the state tells us the situation here is not dangerous. Have faith, comrades. We cut the phone lines. Contain the spread of misinformation. We will all be rewarded for what we do here tonight. This is our moment to shine.
No, that was your moment to screw everything, everyone. I'm so mad.
There was none. The meter burned out the second it was turned on. It's typical.
Here's what Moscow does.
No,
I walked around the exterior of Building 4.
none of you did.
On the ground, in the rubble.
You didn't! Because it's not there!
Go there and you will see it.
Are you suggesting the core, what, exploded?
I'm so mad. I'm checking
How an RBMK reactor core explodes.
like that. I know that they didn't know. I know that they couldn't know, but
No. Then why can't you?
they really took so much bad decisions without just seeing what was going on. They took...
Enough. My own eyes.
To avoid fear, they chose danger.
You go then. see.
You're not gonna believe him!
It'll be fine. You'll see.
He's not gonna be fine, and you're not gonna believe him again. How dare you? Go see it, you'll see. Again, the people who are making the decisions are not going to see what is happening. I'm mad, I'm angry.
It's nothing to be sorry for. I told you. We did nothing wrong.
You are just obeying orders.
But we did.
Yes, but you didn't know back then. But then, those who are making those decisions, that's irresponsible. Yes, it's because of you. I know that he didn't know, I know that he couldn't know, but he took bad decisions, not doing what they could have done to protect people. That was so wrong, that was so bad, and that they could have done better with that. Who are you and why are we calling you?
Yes.
There's been an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. No need to panic. There was a fire. It's supposed to be put out. The system control tank exploded. No Secretary Gorbachev has appointed a committee to manage the accident. You're on it.
That cloud, the Chernobyl cloud, you don't know how many times and how much in Europe, all of us, we know stuff about the Chernobyl cloud. Even those who don't know a lot about it, we all heard about the Chernobyl cloud. I'm gonna take some minutes, I'm sorry, but I have to. I'm searching my words for explaining how I'm feeling right now. The episode was great. This show is great. I can see it already. It's a really good show. It's a really well written, produced, filmed show. It's so well done. They are really taking seconds, minutes, entire minutes to show us something, to show us one information, to show us people, to show us feelings of each people, to show us stuff. They are really taking the time to explain everything, to show everything. And it's well done, it's well written, it's clever. The way of writing the show is clever because it's in a chronological way of writing it, and it's also all of the aspects of what was going on. You know, we saw the scientists, we saw also the people who had powers back then, who were in capacity of taking decisions and giving orders. They didn't, and I'm not gonna talk about it right now, I'm keeping it for after. We saw also just people around in the area who were just seeing that thing happening and who were not understanding the gravity of it. Yes, the show is really well done, well written, well produced, the pictures of it, the environment of it, you know. We have music, but it's not really a music, it's more than yes, an environment and a feeling, you know, it's a music about feeling. We are really in tension, we are really in stress, we are really into it, you know. It's an immersive show, that's the word. It's really an immersive show. We are with them and we are seeing all of them, each one of them. We are seeing each one of the aspect of what happened, and it's really well done, well written, well produced, well filmed. I love the show for that. It's well done. It's really a documentary show, and it's a good one, you know. We have a lot of documentary shows now in Netflix, in a lot of productions, and it's a really good one. But, because there is a but, I have some issue with the show, but I think it's much more personal issue with the show. When I'm watching it, I'm into it, but I'm not fully into it because I'm really mad about what is happening, and I can't help myself but thinking about the consequences, about their decisions. I know the consequences because, like I explained during the intro, I saw documentaries, real documentaries, I mean, about what happened and what impact that Chernobyl had. And you know, in France, but I think also in all Europe, even if we are not at the age of someone who lived it, who really saw it happening on their television, on the radio, even if I didn't live it, I know how much it impacted everyone around. I know how much it impacted Pripyat and how much it was a mess and how much people died because of that, suffered because of that, and those who didn't die or suffered, they had to live with consequences of that for the rest of their lives. I mean, with their health, but also with their lives, with... I know that, and because I know that, I have trouble to watch the show without being mad because I know that. And there were consequences for those who were in Pripyat, for those who were in the area of Pripyat. I mean, terrible consequences, but also you don't know how many times in my childhood, in our childhood, in France and in Europe, I think, we heard stuff about the Chernobyl cloud and how much it impacted us, how much it impacted people that we can know, and also all of us. So many things, so many terrible things happened because of Chernobyl in Pripyat, in the area of Pripyat, in Ukraine, in all Europe. I mean, not at the same level, but it impacted all of that, and I cannot watch the show without thinking of that, thinking of all of what I know, but also what, I mean, I saw documentaries about it because I'm interested about that event, about that tragedy, but even if I didn't see these documentaries, but because, you know, in school and in television and in news and in our families, everybody knows stuff about that in France and maybe I think in Europe. And even if I wouldn't have watched those documentaries, I would have known stuff about Chernobyl, about Pripyat, about the Chernobyl cloud, and how much it was a tragedy. Maybe it's just an European feelings. Maybe, you know, if you are living out of Europe, if you are living in States or in North America or in South America, I don't know, you are not understanding what I'm saying because maybe you heard about Chernobyl but not like we heard about Chernobyl, I mean in France or in Europe, maybe you can't know and you can't see how much Chernobyl was a tragedy that we learned about since we are child and since we are clever enough to understand how much it impacted Pripyat, the area of Pripyat, Ukraine and all Europe at different level, but how much it was a tragedy back then, but also how much it impacts us also now. So when I'm watching this show, I'm watching a great show, really, it's a great show and I can see that, but I'm also watching something that I know since I'm a child, since I'm clever, I'm clever enough to understand how much it's important to know what was going on right there and how it impacted all of us. Maybe that's why I'm so mad when I'm watching this show. I don't know if I explained myself correctly, but I really wanted to take time to explain it. It's a great show, it's really a great show. I can see that it's well done, well written, well produced, well filmed. They are really taking the time to show all of the aspects of Chernobyl, of what was going on. But I can't watch it without being mad and angry because of the stuff that I know about Chernobyl, because I saw documentaries about it, but also because since I was a child, people, televisions, news, people around me, people at school, teachers, they taught me things about Chernobyl and how much it was a tragedy for those who were living in Pripyat, in the area of Pripyat, and also for all Europe back then and also now. So because of that, I can't watch it like I'm watching another show or another documentary show. If it was something that was happening in USA or in another country, maybe I wouldn't be so mad at it because I would have known stuff about it, but not stuff like I know about Chernobyl, I don't know if I explained myself correctly or not. There is even a big joke in France about Chernobyl. It's not a joke, it's a big wrong joke, if you can understand that. Back then, when Chernobyl happened in France, the government in France said that the cloud of Chernobyl was in all Europe, but really stopped at the frontiers of France. It was just insane how much they really thought that, yes, they're gonna believe that really the cloud just stopped at the frontiers of France. We had really the government and really people of the government during days, during weeks, during months who were saying that no, France was not impacted by Chernobyl cloud, that it really stopped at our frontiers. And with years, with time, it became a bad joke, but it became almost a joke about how much they were really stupid to think that, and to think that it was real, and to think that we were gonna believe that it was real, And of course, with years and time, we all know that it was not real, and we all know that France was also impacted by the Chernobyl cloud. Yes, see, it's stuff about Chernobyl that we all know now in France since we are child. People in France who didn't see documentaries like I did about Chernobyl know also that kind of stuff about Chernobyl because it's something that we all know about it. Yes, maybe it's just a personal feeling, just an European feeling, but we all know stuff about Chernobyl in France and I think in Europe, and maybe that's why when I'm watching a show about Chernobyl, I can't watch it without thinking about the consequences, because we all know the consequences. So maybe it was a good idea to just watch one episode today. I think it's a good idea, and I planned at first to watch 3 episodes tomorrow, and I think I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna watch 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, but not 3 during the days, because if I'm mad like that when I'm watching it, it can't be a good thing. Even if it's a good show, it can't be a good thing for me. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the whole season because it's a really great show. It's really well done, and I'm interested by watching what is next. Tell me what did you think about this first episode and of course the season. If you were like me, tell me if you are European or not, and tell me what did you think about this first episode and this first season. Tell me if you think like me that the fact that we are European and since we are child we know stuff about Chernobyl, if you think that it can impact the way that we are watching the show or not. And if you are not European, tell me how you watched it, if you watched it like you watched any show, any documentary show. I know that you know that Chernobyl was a tragedy. I don't think that you are stupid, but maybe you didn't know so much stuff about it. You didn't know about the firemen, you didn't know about the fact that they didn't give the alert soon. Tell me how you watched it, and if the fact that you are European or the fact that you are not European impacted it or not. I really want to know, because for me I have this impression that it impacted the way that I watched the show. Tell me, I really want to know. It's not something that I'm saying just to have comments under my video. I don't care about that. It's really something that I want to think more about, you know. So yes, tell me. So I'm gonna watch the episode 2, but not today, really not today. So it's all for Chernobyl for the episode 1. It was a good one. It's a good show, but it's really disturbing me. You can see it, I'm disturbed right now. So it's all for Chernobyl. I don't know how to say it. I was gonna say it's all for Chernobyl for today, but no. As I said during all of this long review, Chernobyl is not all for today and for never. It's all for today, for this show, for you and for me. So it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.